What's going on, guys? Denny here, bringing you another FIFA 20 video. Today we're going to be doing like cheap beasts of FIFA 20, like people who I think are going to be the best players to pick up at a super cheap price at the start of the game, at the end of the game. They're all going to be like overpowered, usable players for you to build your team around. If you're not going to put FIFA points on, then maybe this is the route you sort of go on, buying these players. Even if you put FIFA points on and you don't put too many on, this could be certain players you could start building your team around, and maybe go a little bit cheaper in these positions and then spend big maybe on like a Martial or Ousmane Dembele, whoever may be like a little bit more expensive as the game goes on. All these players are gonna be cheap, I think. I don't think there's gonna be one what's gonna be super overpriced. I haven't put anyone who I think is gonna be over 15k. Maybe even 10k, to be honest with you. I would say 15k probably the max on these players. If they're over that, I wouldn't say buy them, but there's going to be other options what I'm going to mention in this video. Today we're going to be doing the defenders, and then tomorrow is going to be midfielders, and then the day after is going to be attackers, and then I'm going to do a video on how to start FIFA 20, the way I'm going to do it, how I'm spending my FIFA points, what's the best things to do, because we've got EA Access coming out on Thursday. So yeah, we need to be aware what to do when the game comes out for the best abilities and whatnot. First player up is Akanji. I think this guy is going to be the best cheap option at centre back before you start getting the Varans, the Ramos. I really believe Bundesliga is the wave this year to build cheap teams. Bundesliga, Serie A. If you can make a hybrid between them two leagues, whew, your team's going to be super overpowered, super sweaty, super cheap. Yeah, I'm putting super in everything at this point. Like, this guy looks phenomenal. 78 pace, 45 shots, 68 passing, 72 dribble, 85 defending, 8 physical. Can't see his in-game stats here. Gonna give you a little bit of detail on what I look for in players, especially in defense. I'm looking for pace, which is probably over 72, I would say, to be an OP sweaty centre back. I think they need to be over 72 pace. Decent defending, decent physicals. If dribbling and passing high, great, but for a lower rate of card, they're not going to be the greatest. So he's got 72 dribbles, so maybe his agility is actually quite decent. So definitely recommend picking him up. If you see me looking down at any point, it's because I am looking at who to look up next. Another Bundesliga defender, we've got Canute or something, I think that's how you say his name. 78 pace on this guy, 27 shot, 54 passing, 68 dribble, 80 defending, 78 physical. His stats, like height and whatnot, is not there, which is a bit annoying. It would be nice to know if he's over 6 foot. I think he is over 6 foot. If not, he's still got 78 pace, 80 defending, and 78 physical. Put him next to Akanji, go into the French league, sort of like maybe hybrid from Canute. Maybe like, I think there's a left back coming up. I think there's a couple French left back coming up in the video. So yeah, watch out for them to maybe hybrid your team up and then go to like a French league midfielder or a French national midfielder and then hybrid from there. There's plenty of options. Into the next one, we got a Premier League one, who I think is going to be a little bit more on the expensive side, because everyone loves doing their Premier League sweat teams, and I don't think it is the wave this year. I really do believe Bundesliga is where the hype's going to be. 74 pace on Lindelof as his base card, 72 passing, 82 defending, 78 physical, and 73 dribble. Quality player all round. Probably one of the sweatier Premier League players who are not like higher rate. I think Davinson Sanchez is another one, but I think he's going to be a little bit more expensive, so that's why I went with Lindelof. I think Bailly might even be on this list, so Lindelof, Bailly into maybe like a Premier League keeper or whoever it may be could obviously be a sweaty option for you guys. Do you think he's going to be more on the expensive side though, because everyone loves doing the Premier League sweaty players? Next up, we have another Bundesliga defender, because Bundesliga, as I mentioned, is the way. I think there's like 4. It's going to be another one after this as well. Bundesliga centre backs. I've got no idea how to say that. I'm going to call him Nordi because that's his first name. Nordi, 77 pace, 68 passing, 72 dribble, 76 defending, 76 physical. Once again, that is the type of player I'm looking for. I said 72, but if they're over 75 pace, they're going to be absolutely blitzing it. He's going to be big. He's going to be powerful. Definitely recommend picking this guy up. I think Akanji's still my like main centre back to pick up. But yeah, another one who's going to be more on the expensive side. We've got Joe Gomez, 80 rated, 81 pace on the fella, 64 passing, 79 defending, 76 physical, and 68 dribbling. To be honest, his defensive stats are a little bit on the lower side, maybe for an 80 rated. But when he's got 81 pace, like, what matters really at that point? The guy is going to be absolutely rapid. This guy's going to be expensive though. I said most players are going to be about 15k or less. I think this guy, I might have lied there, because I think this guy's definitely going to be more than that. I think he's going to be 25, 30. I'm not really good at trading. I'm not very good at telling you how much players are exactly going to be, but Premier League players are always expensive no matter what. So that's why I say go Bundesliga, go Serie A, go La Liga, go League One, whatever it is. Just to avoid Premier League if you can. If you've got a lot of coins and you want to build a Premier League player because you like using like Premier League players in your team, then go Premier League, man. It's like, you're going to be more expensive, but that's how it the game is, you know. That's how the cookie crumbles, I believe is the word, the term they say. Another Premier League centre back is going to be fairly expensive on the break. Nathan Ake, 75 pace, 70 passes, 72 dribble, 81 defending, and 77 physical. As I said, like maybe Gomez stats like on the defensive side is a little bit lower for an 80 rate, where Ake's is getting a little bit more solid, more all round. 75 pace is going to be unreal. Going to be a bit expensive because of the nation Dutch. I think a lot of people will do like Dutch hybrids going into like Van Beek, and then they will use David Neres into, I think he's left wing this year, who looks ridiculous, who will definitely be in the cheap beast and attackers. Next up, we got a French league player. There's going to be a lot of players in this one. I think there's a lot of sweaty good defenders you can use to build your team around. And then I think it sort of gets a little bit lighter as the videos will go on. So tomorrow will be the midfielders, as I mentioned earlier. It will be a little bit lighter. There's not as many players as defenders, and the same with attackers. There's going to be a little bit less compared to defenders. I was looking around and these defenders look incredible this year. So definitely recommend having a look on the cheaper options. We got Diallo, I think that's how you say his name. He's just gone to PSG from Dortmund. 77 pace, 70 passes, 76 dribbles, 78 defending, and 76 physical. All round looking an absolute solid left footer, so you can put him on the left. This is what I'm saying, like, them Bundesliga players I showed you are also French. So not only if you don't want to go Bundesliga route or you want to hybrid it, French is so easy to like hybrid from. There's so many sweaty French players who you can put in your team. So definitely recommend maybe even using Diallo and Canute or something like that. That could be solid. That could be unreal. And then like a French keeper, I don't know, that Arulia, something like that. He's just gone to Real Madrid. I think he's like 82 rated. Spend a little bit more on your keepers, by the way, guys. I haven't got cheap keepers on this because all keepers, to be honest with you, are fairly similar over a certain rating. So yeah, if you want to know, just leave comments and I can tell you maybe some keepers are going to be good, but most of them are going to be fairly similar, unless it's like a Jack Butland again. And if there is another Jack Butland, trust me, you'll see a video about it, because Jack Butland in like, I think it was FIFA 17 was amazing. Next up we got, was it FIFA 18? It was one of them two. Anyway, next up, Jason Denny, another French league player. 75 pace, 63 passing, 69 dribble, 79 defending, 78 physical. Looking like a beast. He's going to have the dreadlocks, and you know a dreadlocks player in FIFA is ridiculous. If they got like big hair, they play better. That's just how the game is, you know. That's why Ruud Gullit is the man, because he's just got big hair. If Vieira had like crazy hair, I can guarantee he'd be as good as Gullit, but he's slightly worse. So yeah, another Jason Denny, quality player. A lot of good players coming up in this. We got Mario. I gotta call you Mario because I have no idea how to say your surname. I believe this guy is small though. So I put this guy in, but I believe he's like 5'10", 5'11". I might be wrong there, but I believe he was like a left back in previous FIFAs or a right back, and now he's moved to Atletico and he plays as centre back. I think he made his transition to centre back last season. So yeah, 79 pace, 72 passing, 71 dribbles, 79 defending, 77 physical. A La Liga option there for you guys. To be honest with you though, La Liga isn't that good. There's a lot of slow technical players. I think always go for fast sweaty players. Unless you want to just pass it around for 90 minutes or whatever, I just recommend getting sweaty players. So sweaty players can pass it around anyway. So he's looking like a solid option if you want to go the La Liga route. Next up, we've got a right back in Mbabu, and this is where I was saying about Akanji, right? Akanji from Switzerland in the Bundesliga, Mbabu, Bundesliga, Switzerland. So we've got already a strong link between them. And then you're going to see some naughty Switzerland midfielders in tomorrow's video. But Mbabu, 91 pace, 69 passing, 75 dribble, 72 defending, 82 physical. Looking like a machine. Put him and Akanji next to each other. I'm telling you, it is the sweaty route to go. So I've got quite a few videos wanting to come up. I've got these obviously coming up with the cheap beast, then how to start. And then I'll go do like the best perfect links and the best strong links, so you can sort of get an idea on how to link up these certain players, because there's going to be some great like hybrid sort of ways you can do it. I'll give you like triangles when I do the strong links. Perfect links will just be a line. You get the idea, guys. Next up is a Spanish league right back playing for Real Madrid. 89 pace, 71 pass, 76 dribbles, 77 defending, 69 physical. A little bit on the weak side, but he's got the pace. That's what I'm looking for in my wing backs, is to have a lot of pace, okay defending and okay physical. I don't really care about the defending and physical as long as it's over 70 most of the time. Like physical on a right back and left back is going to be fairly hard to get by, because usually right back and left backs are weaker but just have a load of pace, as you can see on this sort of guy here. So yeah, solid card all round for you to look at. Now going into the Premier League, going into the Premier League right backs, we got Ricardo Herrera. It's going to be expensive. All Premier League right backs and left backs, if they're sweaty, they're going to be expensive. It's just how it is. They're going to be 30k upwards. So Herrera is going to be a 30k player. That's how the game is. Just keep away from the Premier League. That's my advice, man. Premier League is just too ridiculous, really, when it comes to price. But yeah, he's looking very solid. 86 pace, 77 passing, 81 dribble, 79 defense, 73 physical. I don't think he's the best sweaty right back to get. There is a player who is going to come up from the Premier League who I think is going to be the go-to right back this year for you guys to pick up. Then we got back into the centre backs, Upam, another Bundesliga French player. Red Bull, I tell you now, like Red Bull was a 30 team. They have so many nice players, like all the youngsters, all sweaty players as well. So Upam Cano or something like that. I think that's how you say it. 76 pace, 75 defending, 80 physical, passing's dreadful, dribbles awful, shoot is even worse. It's not going to be that expensive though, so as I mentioned, the French Bundesliga hybrid routes you can go is going to be crazy this year. Another great player. Talking about French Bundesligas, we're not done. We've got Zagadou, alright, and as I said, I like having sweaty fast defenders, but sometimes you can have like at the start he's going to be okay. He's got 62 pace, 80 defending, 80 physical, awful passing, also dribbling. But he's going to be a man mountain. If you play like squad battles, maybe this could be like a sick guy for you to use. But I don't, in that ultimate team like sweaty foot champs, he isn't going to be the best. As I've showed you plenty of other options for you to look at, especially in the Bundesliga. I wouldn't really recommend this guy, but another sweaty, I guess, because he's got he's going to be tall. I think he's like 6'2", maybe even taller, but 62 pace. A guy called Bastos from the Serie A next. 78 pace, 79 defending, 75 physical, awful passing, okay dribbling. I'm pretty sure this guy's a mountain though. I'm pretty sure he's like 6'2". It's just going to be a pacey, sweaty Serie A. Like I mentioned, Serie A is always going to be sweaty players. It's going to be hard to link if you just don't go Serie A all round because of its nationality and club. I don't know what other sweaty players there are from that team. So yeah. Luis Felipe, 76 pace, 59 passing, 66 dribbles, 78 defending, 67 physical. Put him next to Bastos, maybe have a sweaty Serie A like team going from there. I still recommend Bundesliga, man. Like these guys obviously look sweaty and whatnot, but Bundesliga for me. If you want to go Brazilian route there, from the Felipe, you go into Juan Jesus. Maybe it's just Juan Jesus, or however you say it, but I assume it's Jesus, like Gabriel Jesus. 74 passing, 76 defending, and 78 physical. Pretty sure he's another 6'1" plus guy. Going to be a mountain, cheap, sweaty. That's what we're here. This is what the video is about. Just cheap, sweaty, pacey centre backs and defenders. You know, that's what it is. Next up, going from the Brazilian links, Eder Militao. Okay, 79 pace, 66 passing, 81 defending, 81 physical, and 71 dribble. Problem with him, he looks ridiculous, right? He is ridiculous. He's going to be ridiculous. I used him a lot in FIFA 19 with his Future Stars and Team of the Seasons. He was unbelievable. Good, like, agile centre back. The problem is, with the La Liga, there's not many good options at a cheap price. So his price might go up just because of that. He's also going to be a really good triangle link for you to go Varane, Militao, and then Courtois. Because Ramos is going to be super expensive. Varane's going to be super expensive. So maybe you sort of just take the bullet on one of them and use Militao because he's a sweaty centre back. That's my prediction on him. It's one for me who I'm probably going to even put into my main team, even possibly because he was so good for me last year. Next up, we've got Atau, a right back from the League One. As I mentioned, League One's got some great talents this year. 88 pace, 68 shot, 72 passing, 82 dribble, 71 defending, 73 physical. It's just an all-round unbelievable right back. He can actually play ball. Usually right backs are just sweaty, fast, okay defending, okay physical, and decent dribbling. But he's got a good little bit of shot on him, good passing. I think he's going to be a solid right back option. I think this guy could be low-key the Lala of FIFA 20, because like Lala last year was like one of the go-to players. I think he's a little bit smaller. I think he's like 5'6", 5'7". But if crossing isn't a matter, he's going to be unbelievable. If he gets a couple of informs, then this card's going to look ridiculous. So yeah, a little bit hard to link, but so was Lala, I guess. Actually, that's a lie, because Lala was French, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Next up, as I mentioned, Herrera isn't going to be the main go-to sweaty right back if it actually shows. As I mentioned, Herrera isn't going to be the only sweaty Premier League right back. Obviously, you got Walker and Cancelo, but they're going to be more on the expensive side. This guy could be low-key pretty expensive because, you know, there's a lot of United fans, a lot of like people like this guy, rate this guy in real life. But 87 pace, 80 defenders, 72 physical, 78 dribble. He's probably going to get a couple informs, to be honest with you, at United, because he's one of their better players this year, especially in defence. Solid guy. He's going to be 6 foot, I think, 6 foot plus. He looks pretty tall when I've seen him play football, so I assume he's 6 foot plus. Might even be 5'11" actually, but solid card all round there with Wan-Bissaka. I think he's going to be the cheaper option right back Premier League players, because obviously Walker and Cancelo are going to be so expensive. Next up, we got a young. I said young. He might not even be young. I think he's actually 20. He's 28, so he's not even young. Well, I suppose in reality he is young, but not in football. You get the idea. I'm going to call him Kevin, the right back, French from Napoli. 85 pace, 78 dribble, 74 defending, 75 physical, 73 passing. Very solid option for you guys. Obviously, French is super easy to link with sweaty players, as I mentioned plenty of times already in the video. Another great option for you guys. Another option for you in the Bundesliga right back is Kohlstrom from Red Bull. You know, Red Bull's just got these sweaty players. It's just how it is. 85 pace, 79 defending, 75 physical, 70 dribble. All-round solid player. Lucas Kohlstrom, one to look out for. I think Mbabu might be slightly better, but if you're just trying to do like maybe like strong links in the defence, you could use this Red Bull right back, Red Bull centre back, because there's so many options you can use. You know, you get the idea. Next up, a Serie A right back, Lazaro from Inter. His defending stats are a little bit on the low side, I'm not going to lie. 69 defending and 67 physical, but that's his 75 rated is going to be pretty low. It's 84 pace though, 70 shooting, 76 passing, 8 dribble. Pretty solid going forward, which is a key thing, I think, with right backs. If they have good agility, it's easy to get out of like maybe tricky situations with them. It's going to be a sweaty option in the Serie A, I think, so one to pick up for sure. Another sweaty option from the Serie A, the left back side this time. Theo Hernandez gone to AC Milan, 92 pace, 73 dribble, 70 defending, 76 physical. Solid player, you know. Absolutely rapid. French. This is what I'm saying. French is the low-key Bundesliga into French league, French national on the left. Whew. The cheap team what I'm going to build for you guys, like a hybrid, is going to be one for you to pick up, I'm pretty sure. You know, there's plenty of options. But if you just want to go full Bundesliga, that's okay, man, because we've got another great option at left back. Hakimi, he's right-footed though, so unless they give him a strong weak foot, it could be a little bit of a struggle. But 92 pace, 72 passing, 80 dribble, 74 defending, 74 physical, solid all over. You know, I can't really talk much more about this Bundesliga, man. Like, it's going to be crazy options. But another few videos what I'm going to be bringing is cheap hybrids and like beasts, like hybrids that you can build around your team for your teams, because maybe some of you don't know how you want to plan your team. So I'm going to give you a few options when it comes to that, and then I'm going to do a little series where you guys sort of send in your teams to me and I make a video about them, telling you how you can improve it, like the long-term improvements you can make, if it's good enough right now, what you can change, and so on. So plenty of content coming for you guys on this channel. Next up is Dalbert, Brazilian left back. Quite a few Brazilian options in the Serie A, so you can get some nice strong links to there. 91 pace, 76 dribble, 72 defending, 71 physical. Sweaty Serie A left back is what it is, you know. Next up, sweaty La Liga left back, and it's Ferland Mendy. And what I think with Ferland Mendy, it's going to be a bit more expensive, because you've got Jordi Alba, who's like the sweaty, expensive player. Marcelo's pace has been butchered a lot now. He's 81, so I think he's not going to be the go-to, like, second option or maybe even first option. I think Mendy's going to be the guy. It's going to probably be a super expensive. Actually, low-key, this guy could be 40k. I could just imagine people absolutely rinsing this guy's price. 89 pace though, 75 passing, 79 dribble, 75 defending, 81 physical. He had 5-star weak foot last year and 4-star skills. Ridiculous talent to pick up if you need. Next up, Premier League left backs. As I mentioned though, Premier League players are always expensive. Patrick Van Aanholt, 87 pace, 70 pass, 76 dribble, 72 defending, 71 physical. You know about, if you play FIFA, you know about Patrick Van Aanholt, sweaty left back, Premier League. Some of these players I'm not going to go into too much detail because you already know they're just sweaty. Like, all you need is pace, man. Pace and just decent stats in the defensive department. Kieran Tierney's another sweaty option you can do. 88 pace, just gone to Arsenal as well, so maybe some links you can do there. 70 pass, 74 dribble, 71 defending, 81 physical. Great physical on the lads, so maybe he could be like the cheap Alex Robertson. He's definitely the cheap Alex Robertson on FIFA. And then the last guy in the La Liga players is Junior Firpo. I was actually going to try and absolutely announce that name, and I said Junior like, oh yeah, I've got this, and then absolutely butcher the second name. But option you can do in the La Liga, as I said, Mendy. It'll probably go Jordi Alba, Mendy, Marcelo, sort of like next to each other like this, and then Junior Firpo, Gaia, and so on. You know the players from that sort of route. So 85 pace, 64 shooting, 72 pass, 74 dribble, 75 defending, 76 physical. Solid sweaty player. Going to be nice to probably use. That'll be it for the video, guys. That's the defenders done. Tomorrow will be the midfielders. The day after will be the attackers. And then I believe that EA access is out, so you're going to see a bit more maybe gameplay, pack openings, but also the videos I have mentioned already because I've going to pre-do them already. So they're going to be coming up. Daily uploads, you know the vibe. Don't forget to either like, comment, subscribe. Peace.